There once lived an old woman at the edge of a small, quiet town. Her cottage was tiny, built of rough stone, but full of warmth. She had no children, no fortune, no famous name, but she possessed something very rare: peace. Every day she lit a small fire in her hearth. She made stew with whatever grew in her garden, and she hummed old melodies that no one else remembered. The townspeople loved her. Whenever they felt lost, they went to her. She always smiled. Even when she had little, she still smiled. Late one evening, a mysterious wanderer came to her door. She opened it slowly. "Who are you?" she asked. The wanderer grinned. "I'm just a traveler passing through, but I've heard about you. You've lived a kind life. So today, I will give you a choice." "A choice?" she asked. "Yes," he said. "There are 3 doors. Behind one of them is your heart's desire. Behind the other 2, only disappointment." The old woman shook her head and chuckled softly. "I'm too old to chase wishes," she said. But the traveler insisted. "Come with me, just look." He led her to a silent meadow. There, standing in the tall grass, were 3 doors. One was solid gold, one was polished mahogany, and one was old and rusted. The traveler pointed at them. "Choose one." The old woman looked at all 3 doors. Then, without hesitation, she walked toward the rusted door. The traveler frowned. "Why that one?" She smiled gently. "Because," she said, "the most precious things in my life have always arrived in old, worn packages." She pulled open the rusted door. Inside, there was nothing, only dust, only silence. The traveler stared at her, expecting tears, but the old woman just laughed softly. "Aren't you upset?" he asked. She shook her head. "No," she said calmly. "I came into this world with empty hands, and today I still have my smile. So I haven't lost anything at all." The traveler said nothing for a moment. Then, slowly, he opened the other 2 doors. Behind the golden door were piles of shimmering wealth. Behind the mahogany door was a mirror, showing the old woman young, vibrant, and rich. He turned to her. "You could have owned all of this," he whispered. "You could have been wealthy. You could have reclaimed your youth. You could have had so much more." The old woman looked into his eyes and smiled. "More than what?" she asked. "More than peace? More than knowing how to find light in the dark? More than the comfort of simple stew and a quiet soul?" "No," she said firmly. "I already chose the right door." And with that, she turned and walked back to her little home, back to the small fire that still glowed, back to the pot of stew still bubbling, back to her soft melodies and gentle smile. The traveler watched her go. He finally understood. Sometimes happiness is not hidden behind the golden door. It's not about what you gain. It's about being grateful, even when the door is empty. Be happy where you are. Smile when life feels simple. Sometimes that is the greatest treasure of all.